Yeah, sure.
I think this might have been the perfect room, actually. We're nice and full. In fact. Look at all these people ready to go and jam. I think I'm looking clear. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, someone waiting in the lobby. I think at this point I might have to ignore anyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. I think we're ready to go.
I think so, yeah.
I think you're on screen right now and the mic's going. So. But yeah, you're good.
Yeah, no, it's worth just hanging outside.
I think by now.
I think if people have made it to here, they know.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people saying they've seen it on Discord.
Oh, one more person in the room. Keep letting the same person in. Okay. Anyway. Hello. Good morning, Game Jam. And welcome to the 2026 Summer Game Jam. I'm saying summer because there might also be a 2026 Winter Game Jam. We haven't figured that out yet, but for now, we'll stick with this one. Woo! Hopefully everybody on the call can hear us as well and see this. But yeah, we're going to start right now. And hopefully things are going to work. I'm in there. Anyone else can wait. So, for those of you who've been here before, you may think you know what to do in the event of a fire. But no, we've added obstacles this year. Now, you may be able to see out the window, there's a huge amount of work going on outside. That used to be the muster point in the event of fire alarm. We still have to go out the building that way, but then what you do is to walk along the edge of the building and along this side and across the street from the building is where you will need to go. There will be people in fire marshal outfits that you can look for and they will direct you. So no, don't worry about that. But yeah, it's just, if you have been here before, that's what's changed. If not, that's what the process is. Everyone happy with that? Yeah. That's good enough for me. So let's find out what happened on the last episode of Game Jam. Hopefully this will have sound.
Let's go!
you go. That's the kind of thing that's been made previous years. Some of you may even have recognised your own work. But yeah, and also this one of the biggest parts of this. This normally my only bit of this is to make that video. So yeah, I will probably be hounding you later in the week for some footage to cut together. But yeah, we'll come on to that in a minute. So yeah, a bit late for introductions, but here we go. Welcome to the 18th, maybe 19th annual University Game Jam. It's lost to the mists of time. The only person who would know is Cliff. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's pretty much as it has been in the past. I'll go through how these things work. Someone in the chat just said that the Game Jam can drink. Yes, it is now able to legally purchase alcohol, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not going to help your coding skills, I don't think. But yeah, all of the same faces are around. If those of you have done it before, if not, you can look for basically anyone in it. It looks like they work here and probably either going to be able to help or point you towards someone who can. Rich, my man in the chair here, is often to be found at the desk out in the open access area. I imagine a lot of you will be working in the rooms either in there or attached to there. So I would recommend, sorry Rich, I would recommend going to him first if you have anything you need help with. Again, if he can't help you directly, he'll tell you where you need to go, and not in a rude way. But yeah, so as we've been doing since there was a minor health problem a few years ago, but yeah, so we've taken it to doing this in person and online. So you can be, it's so great to see so many of you have come here today to take part in person, whether that's for the entire week or just for part of the week. But yeah, so yeah, you can feel free to just work from home on any of the days that you want to. But yeah, obviously there's a lot of great stuff we've got here. Like we've got computers that are spec'd to make games because we do the games making course. And yeah, why not wear out our hardware instead of your own? If you are external, if you're a student or member staff here, you can just use your login. Everything will be fine. If you're external, then you can get in touch with us. We'll be able, if you're here, we can get you onto our computers. We'll figure out some logins. Is that come back all right? Yeah, so we've got those already. Everything's unbelievably smooth. If you are entirely participating virtually, you have to work with your own staff, obviously, but you're welcome to come into Eldon to bring your stuff in and work in here and just sort of be amongst the rest of us. There should be plenty of space, and yeah, it's nice to have a social element to all of this. Oh yeah, I clicked away. All of our socials and stuff are found on the link tree. So yeah, you can just, if anyone wants to take a picture of this will also hopefully be available. Like the link will be somewhere else. You can see get the link to the Discord from there. You can also you can buy this year's t-shirt, which looks like this if you're as big as me, and looks like that if you're as big as Rich. We just do a thing with street shirts because they're reasonably good quality for a reasonable price. But as well, we will have option to do a bit more of a DIY t-shirt option, which I'll come on to a bit later on. You can also watch the show reels from previous years by going to the link tree. And I haven't added it yet because I forgot, but I'm going to put the art page for the person who did this amazing artwork, Jessica, who may be taking part as well. I'm not sure. So yeah, big part of this specific game jam. No crunch, all right? The reason this is 4 days instead of 2, you get a lot of 48-hour game jams. Ours is not that, because we don't want you putting your own physical, mental, emotional health at risk. So take breaks. Don't work more than like 7 hours a day, ideally. There's no way for us to enforce this, but if you all come in on the last day looking tired, we'll know. Okay, so look after yourselves and each other. If you think anyone's pushing themselves too hard, just have a word. At the end of the day, this is supposed to be fun. It's so yeah, don't break yourself. Because we're going to be using the Discord a lot. If you're putting stuff on there, the assumption is that you're kind of okay with people seeing it, and therefore it might get like, we don't do a ton of social posts or anything, but we might scoop up some things. I made a composite collage photo of everything last year and used some of the screenshots and things that you put in there, and I like to include that kind of stuff. And it's just fun to see how things are going as they go. So please do share stuff. The important thing is the game that you produce is 100% yours. We're not going to be trying to like muscle in on anything. It will go on our itch page, but you know, that's just going to have a link to our uni, but it's still very much going to be your game. You can promote it, whatever you want to do. You are the other flip side of that is that you're responsible for ensuring you follow all licenses and legal things to do with the software and stuff that you're using. There is probably a conversation we had about AI here. I'm personally quite anti. I really don't think that anyone should be using generative AI for their games. I understand that some people who are working on their own may use need some help with coding. I'd still recommend speaking to another person on the Gamejam, seeing if they can help you, because you know this is how learning occurs, and we're at university. If you do use AI in any way, please do disclose it. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more about it because I'll get angry. We may also be filming throughout the event. I think that's on the slide from previous years. I don't think we're planning to do any filming specifically, but you know, if someone just films with their phone to see something cool's going on. Obviously, also, yeah, if you're making something that isn't a video game and you want to film that so that we can include it in the video, that would be great. Saying all this, if you don't want us to include you or anything you're doing in anything that we make, just say so. We won't. We're not like, you know, trying to upset anyone here. So yeah, the rules. Make whatever you want, and that means not, like I say, not just video games. If you want to make a board game, that's great. We've had that in the past. If you want to make a card game, that's great. I don't think we've had that in the past, but it would be very welcome. If you want to make a choose your own adventure story, that counts. If it's playable, you can do it for a game jam. Use one or more theme, which we will do at the very end, which is our always controversial theme selection. Whether we'll use Wikipedia or something else, or a mix of the two, it's we'll see when we get there. I might have to bow to peer pressure on that. There will be judging at the end of this. This is a competitive game jam, after all. So you will need to present your game live at the end of the week, either being here physically. Again, I'll go into this a bit more later on, or presenting virtually online. We have the ability to do both. But yeah, so just bear in mind you will need to do that on the Friday, and keep it clean. You know, I imagine we're all on the internet quite a lot. There's a lot of stuff that's funny there that maybe isn't in the real world so much. So no, like edgelord stuff, like just, you know, we're grown-ups, let's act like it. That said, obviously funny's funny, but if you think someone might not like this, probably don't do it. Just because, you know, we're all here for a good time. Yeah, thank you, mate. Yeah, I've got a jump scare in the presentation. All software must be obtained legally, obviously. We're not trying to get in trouble here, and neither should you be. Our software is available for use. We've got quite a lot of stuff. I think we're pretty up to date with most things. So yeah, if anyone who works on this course can contradict me here, then please do. I'm not from the games course, so I don't know exactly what we have, but there will be people available who do know the answer to those questions if you need to know anything about that. And we will do questions at the end in case. Oh, Neil's got his hand up.
Just a quick one. If you are going to use the PlayStations or the Switches, come and speak to us first, because there's the NDA stuff and things of like don't take photos of it, things like that. Okay, so apart from that, yeah, do so.
For those of you online who may not have heard that, if they did hear that, okay, brilliant. Then just listen to Neil. As we said earlier, games must primarily be your own work. So yeah, really, please do make things yourself. You can work together to create stuff together, like between you, so that you can, you know, if there's something you can't do, find someone else who might want to help you with that. It's very much the ethos of all of this. And yeah, the Game Jam logo must be included somewhere. There's a few variants of it, the older one, the newer one. They're all on the Game Jam website, which is also, I think, linked to from the link tree. I think it says it's the archived website because we don't really use it anymore, but all the logos are there still. If you particularly wanted to use this one, I think there is a decent quality version of that I can put somewhere. But yeah, the normal Game Jam logo is normally what we try and get in the games. There'll be 4 deliverables throughout this week. So the first one will be ideally by the end of today, but if it's you know, if you're not entirely sure straight away, we have a bit of wiggle room here, but we really need the bulk of this info by the end of today. So your team name and the list of members. When we get to the Discord part of this, you'll see how we handle the teams and stuff. But yeah, so just be thinking about that, who you're working with, what you want your team name to be. There's no prize for best team name, but I always like to see the funny team names. So yeah, don't put too much of your week into it, but you know, also don't just put a really great team or something. That's pretty dull. Yeah, there'll be like 6 of those. A 30 to 60 second video of your game. This is the bit where I start getting on your backs, because yeah, by midday on Thursday, ideally, maybe your game's not fully in final shape by that point because you've got until the end of Thursday. But for my sanity, please send your media as soon as you can. As you saw from the show reel, it doesn't have to be the game in its final state. It's just like a little video snapshot of the game you made. So don't stress over it too much. There'll be a Google form that you can submit via. So yeah, and that'll just drop this video in my lap and I'll do what I need to do with it. Your actual game obviously is due by 1 minute to midnight on Thursday. I think it was midnight, but then there was confusion. So 1 minute to, if it gets to midnight, sorry. So yeah, by 23:59 on Thursday, we would like your actual game on our itch.io page, or if it's a physical game, obviously, then some form of proof. And then finally, the presentation for our judges, starting at 10, there will be a judging schedule. You'll get told when you're being seen. If you're virtual, it will be set up in a space that we have. If you're physical, they'll just come around and see you. The judging. Once you've submitted the game and the video, we'll spend the Friday morning doing the live judging. So people will be coming around. We've got panel judges, including some staff here and people who work in the industry who have passed through here. Some of them are people who used to do Gamejam here and now work in the industry. So yeah, the physical participants, the judges will be walking around. Make sure you're ready to go by 10 a.m. You may get given a slot a bit later than that, but we need everybody ready to go. The judges were virtual participants. They'll have a shared Discord channel where you'll present your game however you want. Again, we'll set that up and just tell you where you need to be. Rich hasn't said no to any of that, so I assume that's all correct.
Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, we have awards. And as always, the awards ceremony on Friday will be upstairs in CCIXR, where the smart stage is, because everything is very cool up there, and we always managed to make good use of that for our closing ceremony. And yeah, there will be several awards to hand out. Some of them judged by our judges, some of them are you guys filling in a form to choose, so you can decide which one of those is more prestigious. But we have best adaptation of theme. We don't have the themes yet, but we once we know what those are, it will be the case of who can use one or more of those to the best. The best use of the tech, we have quite a lot of options here. So if you do make something, using an interesting format, then that will be taken into consideration. Most ambitious, not every idea is fully realized, but we'd like to, laud it when people do something that's out of my bananas, why not? This is video games. We can dream big. Best engagement with the equity inclusivity themes. That used to be the equality, diversity, inclusivity, but they've changed the term. But it's the same award. It's we like to champion this kind of thing. Means a lot to me personally as well. So yeah, I think if you want to do that, there is a special award for that. People have won that in various different ways by making a story-based game on around a particular different kinds of communities, or someone once translated their game into many different languages. Accessibility falls under this kind of thing. Most helpful, this is kind of like the spirit of Gamejam, really. It's just people who are willing to just help out others in need. That's what the Discord's really good for as well. You can put out a distress call or you can answer one. And yeah, it's just very much in the spirit of what we do here. And of course, best overall game, that's the big judged award. And then when it comes to what you guys are voting on, we have the best visuals, the best design, the best audio, and of course the coveted People's Choice. So these will all be awarded on the stage at the end. Hopefully as many of you as possible can be there on Friday. Virtual participants, obviously we know not all of you can. There will also be a Twitch stream. But yeah, in case you win, you want to be there, right? So you can, everyone can see you getting your award. So yeah, the Discord. We will be using it pretty much constantly through this event. There'll be a form in the team channel request channel, right? For you to fill in. So yeah, that will be how you set up your team, so we know who's on what team. Please use the channels in the Discord that we provide to chat to each other rather than making your own server, just because that keeps everything like I say, it's nice to see what people are up to. Change your nickname on our Discord specifically to include the name you registered with and your team name. For example, Hedgehog, who's I don't think here right now.
No,
but he's taken part many times, member of staff here now. He was always team hot stuff. So yeah, just that kind of format, if you wouldn't mind. If you haven't already, let us know your Discord username so we can give you the correct Jammer 2026 role. If you've completed the sign up form on the website, then that's already been done. Just so you can access any hidden channels that we may create.
Notice your face.
Yeah, man. I got an ego. Your name will turn red. Don't worry about that. That's what it's supposed to do. Oh, it's orange this year. Sorry. Scrap the whole thing. If you need a team, we have a dedicated channel for that. So looking for a group. If you've turned up and don't know anyone else but don't want to work entirely on your own, yeah, there are people who will probably welcome you with open arms. I'm sure we're all a friendly bunch. This just, make sure you look after yourselves, okay? Make sure to take a lunch break. There are places nearby. These are two of my favorites, the Hideout Coffee and Greg's. They're in the same direction. But there are also lots of other options. People who've been here before know. Otherwise, again, ask someone. They'll be able to tell you what we want. There's a Domino's within very easy walking distance. There's a place across the street called Speedy Foodie. Does lots of interesting stuff. But yeah, just remember to eat. Don't work too hard. T-shirts. You can, like I say, you can purchase this one, which looks pretty cool. And yeah, we use street shirts for that. There's a but yeah, there's a big poster on the Discord under announcements about how to get this one. But on Wednesday, as with last year, we're going to have the opportunity to spray some T-shirts, which is like downstairs. There's the production center, and they're very helpfully going to allow us to. They've made us a stencil, and you'll be able to go down there. We've got some paint, we've got the stencil, we've got some bits of wood, so you don't get it goes through. We've all three of us, I think, made one last year. And yeah, they all turned out pretty great. So if you want to do that, just bring any old T-shirt or a tote bag or anything really, bits of fabric that you can spray paint onto. And yeah, we had a good time last time. And yeah, we've slightly amended the stencil. So even if you did do one last year, you can make a new one this year. And yeah, any questions really? That's about it. I imagine you're raring to get going. So yeah, unless there's anything major. Anyone? Again, there'll be a chance to ask questions after this as well. But if anything has been burning a hole in you and you need to get it off your chest now, no. Oh, sounds good. Well, that's our very last thing. I'm just making sure that we're all good before theme time. Done roll dice.
Oh yeah.
So this is the thorny issue. We can use Wikipedia, but you will absolutely have to abide by my decision if I say, no, we can't use this famous massacre as the theme for our game jam. I brought out the Wiki Roulette, and no joke, each time I tried it, within 5, there was an atrocity. So we can use just that, but there are also some that are more just like story theme generators that just give like 1 or 2 words, like just like that. So yeah, I mean, we'll have a look at Wiki Roulette and see what happens. I think that's right. Okay. So as an example, it's something. Oh yeah, I need to share this one instead.
That's all right.
Yeah, share this time instead. Nice.
Good.
So, I I'm going to rule this one out just based on the number of words that I don't understand. So forget you ever saw that. So we have. I mean, we can gauge the vibe in the room. Like, I mean, does anyone hate the idea of Ratcha, Georgia, as a one of the three themes? I mean, there's an old fortress from the 19th century there. Fortresses are good for gaming, I think. Frescoes. It's not the biggest page. I got one thumbs up. That's good enough for me. So let's duplicate this tab and share this one instead and move on to, well, that's another region somewhere. We'll probably move on. Oh, yeah, you know what? I mean, mushrooms in video games is a well-worn concept. I think we can absolutely have psilocybin therapy or psilocybin-assisted therapy. I'm just going to quickly make sure that this doesn't make people do things that they shouldn't. I mean, there isn't a bit that says, like, there's no immediate warning sign, so I'm leaving that. And do we get lucky a third time? Mexican wrestling. I am personally overjoyed about this. 2014 Lucha Libre. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's I literally mentioned the rugby and that falls under it. This is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Let's keep it tough.
Yeah. That's another place. Brian Palmer, motivational speaker. I think, well, we had a statue of a guy last year and that produced some really amazing games. So I'm fine with this. I think we're going to have Ratcha in Georgia. Has he?
30th anniversary of the National Speakers Bureau.
Wow. There you go. Libertyville, Illinois. That's the setting for a video game if I ever heard one. So yeah, we will get that in the Discord. And I think that is us good to go. Woo! So let's jam some games. Hope you're all happy online there and get going.